Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudire Nastapráyeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttamasloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yatkripa Tamaham Vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Chaitanyamishwaram Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuram Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Tassat. Hare Krishna. Thank you all for joining Bhagavatam discussion. It's a wonderful discussion every day, Monday to Thursday. So, reading from Canto 1, Chapter 12, text 23, right, today?
24 it is, Prabhuji.
24, huh?
22, Prabhuji.
22, huh?
Yesterday
22,
21. Yesterday 21 completed. Today
Okay.
22.
Okay. Can somebody read?
One second, Prabhuji. 22, Prabhuji.
Yeah, 22.
Hare Krishna. Mrigendra iva vikranto nishvevyo himavan iva titikshur vasudeva sau sahi nuha pitrau iva. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Hare Krishna. The child will be as strong as lion and as worthy a shelter as the Himalaya mountains. He will be forbearing like the earth and as tolerant as his parents. Purport. One is compared to the lion when one is very strong in chasing an enemy. One should be a lamb at home and a lion in the chase. The lion never fails in the chase of an animal. Similarly, the head of the state should never fail in chasing an enemy. The Himalaya mountains are famous for all richness. There are innumerable caves to live in, numberless trees of good fruits to eat, good springs to drink water from, and profuse ducts and minerals to cure diseases. Any man who is not materially prosperous can take shelter of these great mountains, and he will be provided with everything required. Both the materialist and the spiritualist can take advantage of the great shelter of the Himalayas. On the surface of the earth, there are so many disturbances caused by the inhabitants. In the modern age, the people have begun to detonate atomic weapons on the surface of the earth, and still the earth is forbearing to the inhabitants like a mother who excuses a little child. Parents are always tolerant to children for all sorts of mischievous acts. An ideal king may be possessed of all these good qualities, and the child Parikshit is foretold to have all these qualities in perfection. Hare Krishna.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So here the qualities of Parishit, the child, is being further elaborated. So a child will be as strong as a lion, worthy as shelter Himalaya, and forbearing is like earth, and tolerant like his parents. So these are the kind of examples given. One should be like a lion. Prabhupada says here, one should be lamb at home and lion at the chase. Generally, in Kannada, there is a proverb, Maneli, Huli, Bidili, Ili. But he says ulta. Maneli ili, bidili huli. So we should be lamb at home and outside like a chase, like a lion. So the point is that when given an opportunity, one should fight like a lion. So but this child also, the Parishit is also kind of foretold that he will be like a lion and like mountain Himalaya. Himalaya is one of the biggest mountain. Prabhupada talks about this mountain has got given shelter to everybody. It has got all the minerals. It has got fruit-giving the trees. It got a lot of medicines and also caves where the people can stay. So those who don't have anything, they can simply take shelter of the Himalaya, that they will take, the Himalaya mountain will take care of their all needs. But at the same time, Prabhupada talks about on the material surface, the earth, there is always disturbance. The material world is meant for disturbance. Krishna himself says Dukhalayam Ashashvatam, and it's a true. For everybody's life, there will be disturbance. There will be a problem. Nobody is without problems. If at all, somebody may be not having problem for some time, but after some time, it'll be there. Problem is kind of package given in this material world. That's why Prabhupada says inhabitants is in this material world is disturbed always. So without disturbance, there is not possible in this world. If somebody says, I'm happy for always, it's not possible. So modern age, people have begun to detonate atomic weapons, surface of earth. People are become so envious. We create nuclear weapons. We create so many weapons so that others can be killed. The whole purpose is not for others' progress. It's not for my own progress, not on my others' progress. How to disturb others, how to kill others. We are inventing so many things to kill others or destroy others. This is our civilization today. That we think that economic development. That's not economic development. Yesterday we saw, I think yesterday we saw like in America, the truck driver rams into the people. I mean, this is what happens today. Enviness. So whatever, I mean, we can say whatever the reason, but this is how our mentality is that we don't know, and other places rampant firing, and all these things would happen. And this is going to increase only. It's not going to reduce. The Kali Yuga, the more progresses, it's going to increase only. The intelligent people is better get out of this place as soon as possible. That is, Krishna himself says Sumedha. Sumedha means who is really intelligent. Because if you miss this opportunity, you'll have to take birth again. I mean, I'll not say you, me. Everybody has to take birth again, this material world. And next birth will be more dangerous, more troublesome. It's not going to be easy. And that also, we don't know when I'll get the human birth. How many millions of life I'll have to wait to get the human body again. Because only human body I can do bhakti and go back home. Otherwise, I'll have to rotate. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. It's a cycle going on. So if you're really intelligent, please take up devotional service seriously. Seriously. Everything else can stop. Nothing can happen. Just simply take up devotional service. Krishna gives guarantee. Sarva dharma parityajya mameka sharan vraja ham ta sarva papebhyo mokshaya shamasuchaha. He says that give up all activities. Just surrender to me. I'll take care. That's assurance Krishna gives. So as a practicing devotees, we should work for that. We should always aspire to go further because my time is short. I don't know. Again, the fact of life is that I don't know what will happen next second. So I should be very, very careful. I should utilize the best of now. I don't wait for tomorrow tomorrow I don't know whether I'll be there or not. So I should utilize. Because generally, what happens in the people in this world is that we lament for the past and we worry for the future. The past is dead, future is not born, and we don't use the present. So ideally, we should use the present now for Krishna's service, and as much as possible, especially in the Kali Yuga, chanting the holy name, nothing else. All other things can come. 99% of my bhakti depends on chanting the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Someone asked Srila Prabhupada, Swamiji, how long will it take to become a pure devotee? The Prabhupada said, 1 second. 1 second is enough. If you feelingly, with the love, if you chant one name of Krishna, Krishna Bhakti will come. But the problem with me is that I don't get that feeling. I don't have that feeling. I don't have that, love for him. I chant, but as a matter of duty or as a kind of mechanism. But I don't get that love. If I, with the love, if with the feeling, if I chant, Krishna's bhakti will come immediately. That's why Kunti Maharani says that the Janma Aishwarya Shruta Shribihi, those who possess high birth, the big family, or the rich family, or richness, or the beauty, or knowledge, or supporters, they are unfortunate because they cannot chant Krishna's name feelingly. That is my problem. That's wealth or popularity, the position, what he given is actually disturbance to my bhakti. Of course, it's not that everybody. There are wonderful devotees with the all the opulence also did bhakti, but generally, so that's why I should not run behind the material opulences. I should run behind real bhakti. That's why here talking about that the material world is full of problems. That's why here Prabhupada says that ideal king is possessed all these good qualities. Prabhupada gives examples of parents, mother, whatever the child does, mother will excuse. Mother will never punish a child. But the child becomes too bad, then mother also will decide that this child is better killed. There are example of Narakasura. Narakasura was son of Bhudevi and Krishna, but he becomes so notorious. Finally, mother had to tell Krishna, please kill him. So that situation should not happen. So kings also, generally they are very, very tolerant. But if the citizens are too bad, kings will have to take action to kill them. So again, as a practice devotees, my duty is to worship and chant Krishna's name, read Bhagavatam. That's it. I mean, other day we were discussing that let's focus on 3 P's: prayer, preaching, and prasad. That's it. Balance all come as a byproduct. Let's not bother about money, material, manpower, all those things is not the criteria. My sincere chanting and prayer, my sincere preaching, whatever I did know, give it to others, because that's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted. Yarade ko tare kaho Krishna Upadesha. Whomever meet, whomever see, give Krishna Upadesha. That is Krishna's order and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's order, Srila Prabhupada's order. And have simple Krishna Prasad, enough. Life can be very happy. But generally what happens that we have Chinta. Real Chintamani is the holy name. Real Chintamani is Hare Krishna mantra. But I run behind money. I have a Chinta for money, but I don't want this Chintamani. I have Chintamani in my hand, the holy name in my hand, but I run behind other Chintamani. I have Chinta for money. So that's why I should be very careful so that I make this life successful. Srila Vishnu Chakra Thakur writes that the earth, though all endeavoring, does not experience the pain of others' sharp words, but he even though sometime experiencing the pain, will not react. But the example of that is patience or tolerance of parents. How the parents are so tolerant and patient for children's abuses or notorious things, like Mother Earth also. In Krishna's appearance also, we see how Mother Earth takes the form of a cow, goes in front of Brahmaji and pleads, I have no worry, no problem of this people. Population has no problem, but I have problem with the demons. So my body weight is not the problem for Mother Earth. For Mother Earth, problem is my heart. My heart is full of contamination, kama, krodha, mada, matsara. That is what paining Mother Earth. The demonic mentality, that's what paining to Mother Earth. So similarly, our parents also, they are worried about our behavior, our character. When the character is good, whole world can be better. We'll read one more.
I'll read Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Canto 1, Chapter 12, Text 23. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Pitamah samasamye prasade girishopamaha ashraya sarvabhutanam yata devo ramashrayah. Translation: this child will be like his grandfather Yudhishthira or Brahma in equanimity of mind. He will be munificent like the lord of the Kailasa hill, Shiva, and he will be the resort of everyone like the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana, who is even the shelter of the goddess of fortune. Purport: mental equanimity refers both to Maharaja Yudhishthira and to Brahma, the grandfather of all living beings. According to Sridhara Swami, the grandfather referred to is Brahma, but according to Vishwanatha Chakravarti, the grandfather is Maharaja Yudhishthira himself. But in both cases, the comparison is equally good because both of them are recognized representatives of the Supreme Lord, and thus both of them have to maintain mental equanimity, being engaged in welfare work for the living being. Any responsible executive agent at the top of administration has to tolerate different types of onslaughts from the very persons for whom he works. Brahmaji was criticized even by the gopis, the highest perfectional devotees of the Lord. The gopis were dissatisfied with the work of Brahmaji because Lord Brahma, as creator of this particular universe, created eyelets which obstructed their seeing Lord Krishna. They could not tolerate a moment's blinking of the eyes, for it kept them from seeing their beloved Lord Krishna. So, what to speak of others who are naturally very critical of every action of a responsible man? Similarly, Maharaja Yudhishthira had to cross over many difficult situations created by his enemies, and he proved to be the most perfect maintainer of mental equanimity in all critical circumstances. Therefore, the example of both grandfathers for maintaining equanimity of mind is quite fitting. Lord Shiva is a celebrated demigod who awards gift to beggars. His name is therefore Asutosha, or one who is pleased with very easily. He is also called the Bhutanatha, or the Lord of the common folk, who are mainly attached to him because of his munificent gifts, even without consideration of the after effects. Ravana was very attached to Lord Shiva, and by easily pleasing him, Ravana became so powerful that he wanted to challenge the authority of Lord Rama. Of course, Ravana was never helped by Lord Shiva when he fought with Rama, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and the Lord of Lord Shiva and the Lord of Lord Shiva. To Vrikshasura, Lord Shiva awarded a benediction which was not only awkward but also disturbing. Vrikshasura became empowered by the grace of Lord Shiva to vanish anyone's head simply by touching it. Although this was awarded by Lord Shiva, the cunning fellow wanted to make an experiment of the power by touching the head of Lord Shiva. Thus, the Lord had to take shelter of Vishnu to save himself from trouble, and the Lord Vishnu, by his illusory potency, asked Vrikshasura to make an experiment with his own head. The fellow did it and was finished himself, and so the world was saved from all sorts of trouble by such a cunning beggar of the demigods. The excellent point is that Lord Shiva never denies anyone any sort of gift. He is therefore the most generous, although sometimes some kind of a mistake is made. Rama means the goddess of fortune. Rama. Rama means the goddess of fortune, and her shelter is Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu is the maintainer of all living beings. There are innumerable living beings, not only on the surface of this planet, but also in all other hundreds of thousands of planets. All of them are provided with all necessities of life for the progressive march towards the end of self-realization, but on the path of sense gratification, they are put into difficulty by the agency of Maya, the illusory energy, and so travel the path of a false plan of economic development. Such economic development is never successful because it is illusory. These men are always after the mercy of the illusory goddess of fortune, but they do not know that the goddess of fortune can live only under the protection of Vishnu. Without Vishnu, the goddess of fortune is an illusion. We should therefore seek the protection of Vishnu instead of directly seeking the protection of the goddess of fortune. Only Vishnu and the devotees of Vishnu can give protection to all, and because Maharaja Parikshit was himself protected by Vishnu, it was quite possible for him to give complete protection to all who wanted to live under his rule. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
The Prabhupada ki jai. Wonderful, wonderful purport Srila Prabhupada has written here. So here further talks about how this child Parikshit will be like his grandfather. Grandfather is given example like a Brahma. Brahma is a great grandfather who is the first creator of by the Lord, or his own grandfather Yudhishthira, because Abhimanyu's uncle or the Abhimanyu's father's brother is Yudhishthira Maharaj. That also is an example given, and is given like he will be magnificent like a lord of the hill Kailash, Lord Shiva, and he is a resort for everyone like Supreme Lord Narayana. So these are the great personality. He is compared with the Supreme Lord himself, or Lord Shiva, or Lord Brahma. Why this comparison given is because of his qualities, and because he is going to be the personality. And we see that later, how later, because of him, the Bhagavatam has come today. Today we are sitting and discussing Bhagavatam because of Parikshit Maharaj. He is such a great personality. So that personality is given example here. So the Prabhupada and the purport talks about Brahmaji, how Brahmaji is a secondary creator, who Krishna is a primary creator, Sarga, Visarga. So Brahmaji's creation also, the pure devotees like gopis are criticizing. Why they criticizing? Because while creating, you created the eyelid. The eyelid, when I see the Supreme Lord Krishna, the eyelids are blinking and disturbing me. That's what gopis are complaining. This is the mood of pure devotees, because they always want to be in the service of the Krishna. They always want to see Krishna. They don't want any disturbance. The smallest disturbance like eyelid also they don't want. So this is the mood of gopis. Again, as a practicing devotees, we should, of course, we cannot imitate the gopis. We can at least imbibe some of the qualities and see the mood of the gopis, how they are so determined to serve Krishna. Whatever happens, whatever difficulties, they want to serve Krishna. We know the example of how Narada Muni, once Narada Muni came to Lord Krishna told Narada Muni that, hey, Narada, I have bad headache today. So immediately Narada Muni asked, my Lord, what is the medicine? How can I, get your headache resolved? Then Lord says that if you can get some dust from some pure devotees' lotus feet, and I'll apply into my head, the headache will go. So immediately ran to all the wives of Krishna. They are the pure devotees, Rukmini, Satyabhama. He ran, asked them, please give some dust from your lotus feet. Krishna got a bad headache. They all said, no, how is that? He is the Supreme Lord. How can we give dust from our feet? Not possible. He is the Supreme Lord. How can we do that? And then he went to all the rishis, great, munis. Everybody refused. And finally he comes to Vrindavan. Gopis asked, my dear Narada, what happened? Why are you here? Then he said, Lord has got bad headache. So immediately Gopis asked, so what? What do you want? He said, you have to get dust from the lotus feet of the devotees. They said immediately, give me back, give me back. No, put whatever, take it. Then Narada asked, do you know what is the consequence of giving this? Yes, we know. We may go to hell. They don't mind. So if Krishna's headache is solved, that's it. We may go to hell, we may die, don't care. This is the mood of gopis. So this is the mood in which the gopis, pure devotees, perform. Prabhupada says, Maharaj Yudhishthira had to cross so many difficulties. So just because one is pure devotee doesn't mean that difficulty will not come. Just because Krishna's appeared in the family of Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Maya, their difficulties never reduced. Their difficulty has increased. Every day one of the demons will to come. Every day they had to go through the so many houses they had to change. Gokul to Vrindavan, so many places, Mathura here and there run, because just because Krishna is there, demons were coming. So again, as a practicing devotees, just because we are taken up Krishna conscious doesn't mean that all my problem is solved. Problem will be there, but I will be knowing how to face it, and with that, how can I cross over all the difficulties? This is exactly the Pandavas example, Kunti Maharani's example. Kunti Maharani actually pleads Krishna, Krishna, give me more and more difficulties. You give more difficulties means I can remember you. Only when I remember you, I can see your lotus face. So this is how Kunti Maharani. Of course, we don't have to imitate Kunti Maharani. Difficulties definitely will come. So we'll simply chant our rounds nicely, simply pray nicely, simply read Bhagavatam, preach, and eat Krishna Prasad. And that will be our life, will be perfect. Prabhupada talks about Lord Shiva, one of the great personality. Lord Shiva sometimes is misunderstood. Actually, he is one of the great personalities. And there are three tattvas: Vishnu Tattva, Shambhu Tattva, and Jiva Tattva. Vishnu, all Krishna's expansions are Vishnu Tattva, like Rama, Kurma Avatara, Buddha Avatara, all these are Parashurama, all are Vishnu Tattvas. And Brahma and all the Devatas and human, all Jiva Tattvas. Whereas Lord Shiva is a Shambhu Tattva. So all the Jiva Tattva got a death, Vishnu Tattva has no death, and Shambhu Tattva also no death. Lord Shiva has no death. Lord Shiva is a very, very special personality. He is such a great person, but he takes care of very, very fallen things. Bhutanatha is called, because he takes care of a ghost and pishachas, bhutas, because nobody wants to go near to them. And Lord Shiva takes care of them. He is called Ashutosha. He can be pleased so easily, and he'll get angry also. So there are so many examples how to please Lord Krishna, or for the glory of Lord Krishna, he is ready to sacrifice anything. Prabhupada talks that he given up everything. There's a nice story that once Mother Parvati requested Lord Shiva, my Lord, you are given a benediction to everybody. You given benediction to Ravana. He built a big empire. But I don't have even a house. Mother Parvati had not even a house. So please get me a house as a, to stay. Then, okay, Lord Shiva said, okay. Immediately, the nice house was built. And the housewarming ceremony is made. Invited all the great personalities, Devatas, Rishi, Munis. Whoever came, he gave a return gift for everybody. And finally, so one sage was left. So that sage asked, what is the gift for me? Nothing was left. Everything was given. He said, okay, this house. So the house made, and he gave a gift to that money. Parvati is back to the road. This is the renunciation of Lord Shiva. For others' sake, he is ready to sacrifice anything. So Prabhupada talks example of Ravana. He gave benediction to Ravana. But when he kidnapped Mother Sita, he supported Lord Ram. He did not support Ravana. Similarly, Vrikasura prayed. He got a boon that whomever head he touches will be, burnt to ashes. And Vrikasura, the kind of a cunning fellow, he wanted to try with the Lord Shiva. So there is a story saying that Lord Shiva ran away, and Lord Vishnu had to come to kill Vrikasura. Actually, there is a twist also. Acharya says that Lord Shiva actually did not run away. He need not run away. He could have killed Vrikasura, but he acted like a running away. to give a credit to Lord Vishnu. That is the point. So in order to give a credit to Lord Vishnu, he just showed us running away. Because Lord Shiva is not an ordinary person. He could have easily killed Vrakasura, but he gave credit to Lord Vishnu. Similarly, in so many places, he gave credit to Lord Vishnu, Lord Krishna. So that because he is in Vrindavana, he is kind of a gatekeeper. In Kamyavan, Kameshwara, in Govardhan, Gopeshwara, like that, he stays in different places as guarding the Vrindavan. So he's such a great personality, supreme Vaishnavana Yatha Shambhu. He is a great Vaishnava, so, Lord Shiva. So Prabhupada also talks about the excellent point is that Shiva never denies anyone any sort of gift. So go and ask Lord Shiva, he will never send them back. Such a great personality. So Prabhupada talks, Rama means the goddess of fortune. So the the mother's Lakshmi. But for us, so just by chanting the holy name, we can please Mother Radharani. When Mother Radharani is pleased, everything is pleased. Krishna is pleased. So for us as a practicing devotees, simply chant the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Just by chanting the holy name, we are requesting Srimati Radharani, Hey Radhe, please engage me in Krishna's service. That's all I need. I don't need anything. Na janam, na sundharim. So, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, I don't want anything. I don't want manpower. I don't want dhanam. Na janam, na dhanam, na sundharim. So, I don't want people. I don't want wealth. I don't want any beautiful wife or anything opulences. Just engage in your services. That's all a devotee should ask. Prabhupada says the false economic development, what is going on today, is going to degrade only, it's not going to improve anything. Only Krishna, Vishnu can give protection. He is called Mukunda, or he can give a liberation. Nobody else can give a protection. So Vishnu Chakra Thakura says, Pitamaha is Yudhishthira. Shayane means that he is hatred of no one. He has no enemy. So that's how the king Parishit will be in the future. With this, I'll stop here. Devotees can share their comments, thoughts, or questions, if any. Please go ahead. Sumit Prabhu, anything missed? Anything made a mistake? Please correct me.
Nothing, Prabhuji.
Okay. Okay, Varsha Mataji can start from the side. Go ahead. Any comments? Realization? Question?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. No, nothing much. Thank you for the class. I just felt that instead of this all three tattvas, you said if there was only one Vishnu tattva, there would have, I mean, Hinduism might have been united, no Prabhuji. Everybody would have prayed one God.
Yeah. See, that's the beauty of Sanatana Dharma. Krishna has given all the freedom. Krishna has given all, even in Bhagavad Gita, he gives karma yoga, dhyana yoga, jnana yoga, and he says the choice is yours. So that's why we have given a multiple choice. And finally, he also gives a conclusion. See, the problem with us that the lot of choices, when Krishna gives a conclusion, we don't take that. Krishna says, Sarvadharma Parityajya Mameka Sharanamraja Amta Sarva Papebhyo Mokshaya Masucha. If you take that one, balance all be solved. But I don't take that. I go behind all other things. So that is the problem with me. Hope you understand, Mike.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Okay, so Uma Shankar Guru.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Very good purport, Prabhuji. So this demonstrates how a king should be there, how soft he should be to their people, and how he should chase away the enemies. And similarly, he about the Lord Shiva also it is told how he is really powerful, but for the credit of Vishnu, he has done this thing, Prabhuji. So and King Parikshit. We should follow his example, and because of him, we got this Srimad Bhagavatam. So at least we should try to have to read this, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Sridevi Mataji, anything?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Uh,
Just in today's class, 2 points. The greatness of gopis in Vrindavana. You're telling this story, no Prabhuji. Like Krishna once got headache and he asked Naradji, I'm getting severe headache. So Naradji asked, what should I do? You'd get dust from the devotees, from the dust from devotees of Prabhuji, anybody. Then he goes and asks all the rishis, great people, everybody, so many people, and they all refuse to give such a great personality. How can we give our dust from the from our feet? Everybody refused to give. Then he goes to Vrindavana and he asks the gopis, Naradji, what do you want? Then the gopi says, Krishna is getting severe headache. He wants dust from your lotus feet. They immediately give. That means they immediately give. They don't think big or small or anything. Just to please Krishna, just to make Krishna happy, they do anything what Krishna wants. That is the greatness of the such great unalloyed devotees are the gopis. Then another point you told about the Lord Shiva. He is also a very pleased personality. Like whatever gifts we give, he accepts. And whatever we ask him, he gives. And he is the greatest Vaishnava of the Lord. That's what.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you. Lakshmi Mataji, anything?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. Maharaja Parikshit's good qualities are very well defined in this, Prabhuji. The last line, ideal king may be possessed of all these good qualities, and the child Parikshit is foretold to have all these qualities in perfection. So he had that qualities, excusing, tolerance, everything is there with Parikshit, Maharaja Parikshit. And in the 33 last 3 lines, only Vishnu and the devotees of Vishnu can give protection to all. It is given. And Maharaja Parikshit was protected by Vishnu, and Parikshit Maharaja was having that quality. He gives complete protection to all who wanted to live under his rule. It is given. So good qualities are very well defined. And the line which you told, we should use this time. Having read and having known all about Lord Krishna, we should use this time now itself to become a good devotee. Only by chanting we can get that. We should chant the Mahamantra all the time, Prabhuji. That's all, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Mariappan Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Maharaja's parakramas are highlighted. Very interesting texts, these 2 texts. Given an opportunity, one must fight like a lion, and the inhabitant in this world are always entangled in one or other miseries due to envy and greed in the name of science and development, triggering atomic bombs and disturb the equilibrium of the earth. And one must seriously practice devotion, and especially with the Supreme Lord. And chanting even once with complete affection and attentive will provide liberation. That I must bear in mind to ensure my quality of chanting. One must run behind devotion and bhakti, not chasing material desires. And 3 P's, prayer, preaching, and prasadam, will enable me to get absolute progress in life, devotional life. Life will be happy. And chinta money, chinta for money must be defeated. And the demonic mentality must be defeated. And Parishit bears the divinely qualities of his great grandfather Brahmaji, and mode of pure devotees like Gopi must be uh, determined to serve Krishna always. And Krishna, Gopi, and that story, this impressive. Pure devotees are also go through difficulties. One must learn to accept in right context, continue progress in devotion, and Shambhu Tattva, Shiva can be pleased easily. Mother Parvati requested for building a house, and ultimately the ultimate renunciation quality of Lord Shiva. Even that house also he gifted away. And simply chanting holy name and please Radharani, and ultimately please Supreme Lord. So always everyone must simply chant with a high quality of focusing, and complete affection towards Lord will enable everyone to progress in devotion, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. Murali Prabhu, want to say anything? No. Archana Mataji, anything? Asha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. How are
Hare
you?
Krishna Prabhuji.
ಊಟ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಏನ್ ತಿಂದ್ರಿ?
Rice.
Wow.
Now Hindi is speaking, okay. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
My takeaway for today, my aim should be going back home to Godhead. So I have to take up devotional service. I should give up all other things and completely surrender to the Supreme. I should not lament for the past and worry for the future. Past is dead and future is unborn. Instead, I should follow these 3 P's, that is prayer, preaching whatever I know, and eating prasadam. In this Kali Yuga, I should simply chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra to please the Lord. That's my takeaway, Prabhuji.
Thank you all.
Pranam, sir. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So we'll stop here. So we'll see you on next Monday. So we'll continue with from there. Vancha kalpatarabhesya kripa sindhubhyacha patitana pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo. Ananta koti vaishnav vrinda ki jai. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the class, Prabhuji. Dandavat
Hare
pranams.
Krishna.
Krishna
Thank
Prabhuji.
you very much for the class.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.